Is there no who's asleep at the switch? What's going on with the broadcast?
It's all right. They got it, bro. Relax. They are always on top of this stuff, man.
All right.
Oh, always. Um, okay.
See that, Kelman? Calm down. Lucci says relax.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. This is the most craziest shit I've ever seen in my years of trading here. I haven't seen a bull rally like this since probably I started this fucking mess in 2020, whatever the fuck year it was. I can't even believe this. We're up again here, another 30 handles. Obviously, here we know what the Fed said yesterday here. Another possible rate cut here for next year. Jesus corrected me on what the narrative was, but who gives a flying fuck? Because every, everything is up. One of the things that I noticed here this morning that I am going to point out here, and obviously you can tell I'm quite pissed off because I am a bear, and this is what we do. You might get a rotation into oil today. This would be the last fucking sector that really hasn't moved. If you look at CVX, and CVX is a name I've been looking at for a while, over 146 and a half, it gets really interesting. And if you hit 147, it gets really interesting. So you might get a squeeze here on some of the oil names that obviously have been beat down aggressively here. Exxon and CVX being being the top of that list. One thing to throw out here from yesterday is that fucking UPST order that got bought at, I think it was the 38.
God bless you.
I think it was the 38 we were buying, right, Jesus? That thing is going to open up at 44 here, and that was probably one of the sickest, like 5x, 6x, 7x freaking trades I have seen in a while. And all of it, by the way, happened off the backs of the FOMC. UPST was doing nothing, and then boom, FOMC comes out and it shoots up fucking 6 points and then gaps up another 2 here. Again, insanity. Absolute insanity here. Pick any name you want to, and it's freaking, and it's up and to the fucking moon here. So I really don't have anything to say besides the fact that this shit is insane.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, and I don't know what else to say about this shit here, guys. You want to take this away here, Jesus? What you got, man?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the market, especially with the Fed more and more involved, never ceases to amaze you. Every time you think you've seen something crazier happens. In hindsight, everything is excuse me, easier to see. But I'm going to sound a little like excuse me, Alex Jones here and put my tinfoil hat. But I mean, we had a conversation about this. The Fed meeting yesterday, there was no shot of it being a bearish event. Okay, there was no reason for Powell to rain on everybody's parade. Even if he did, the market wouldn't believe him. But I mean, he took it to the other extreme. Hence the reaction you're getting here. And I mean, if you take a step back and think about things, right? Just think about things logically. You're going into an election year. Biden is getting absolutely smashed in the polls right now. The guy can't walk 3 steps without falling on his face, right? You have an economy, a Fed that's been hindering the economy, weighing on the economy for the past year and a half. Yeah, inflation finally chilling out. Now, I get it from the bears. It remains a little sticky. Maybe it doesn't go down to 2% like everybody's hoping. But inflation has come down enough to the point where Powell, I think, in the Fed said, you know what? We cannot be blamed for the election next year. We cannot be. I think, who was the last? There was one president that really took the brunt, the Fed chair took the brunt of weighing on an election. If you remember what Trump did with Powell when he was calling him up every day? You got to cut rates, annoying the living piss out of him. So I think the Fed was caught in a spot where they had an opportunity to take a step away from things, agree with the market for now, and try to move away as much as possible going into an election year. And obviously the market is going to take that as inflation running a little hotter, the economy hanging in there, and you put money in stuff. Now think about this, Luke. There's been how much money has gone into cash accounts, high yield accounts, right? We've been talking about that. The Fed has forced everybody to take money out of risk assets and put it into something where you can see a yield. Okay. Well, yesterday, what they did was the start of the opposite of that. Right? Kind of what they did in '09. '09 was an extreme, but they smoked people out of their hole. So in other words, you're going to sit in a money market for now with rates getting lower than where they are, or you're going to go out and find something to roll the dice in or invest in. So that's why the market reaction we're seeing, what we're seeing. We're going to reach a point where it gets overdone. Market doesn't go up every day, even though it seems like that. I think the narrative to keep an eye on the remainder of the year is if the economy hangs in there as we get economic data, you're going to get more of the cyclicals, kind of what we've been talking about, right? Money come out of some of those Magnificent Seven names and go into stuff that's not at new high, okay? And that includes a lot of the underbelly growth names that have been destroyed over the last 2 years. If we start to see the economy get hit a little bit from all these rate hikes in the past, then you'll rotate back into the Magnificent Seven. So we might see a little ping pong action back and forth instead of an everything rally at some point. We've been seeing a little of it. But then for you bears, I think you have to chill out and wait to when the calendar flips into January. Hope everybody gets off sides and they catch everybody in some Volmageddon event, something like that. But for now, on the bull side, I think you got to remain tactical and look for those rotations and try to take advantage of them. That's all I got.
Okay, Ronchero, you want to hit it here? We got about 8 minutes left.
I'm fucking exhausted. That wore me out. So, look at, I mean, SPY gapping up again. 482 could happen at any time, right? Take a look at Lilly breaking 600. That could take off. You got CVNA. Is this day 2? Possibly. Tesla, you need 242 to trigger. NVIDIA, Netflix,
they caught
500.
everybody on that short. They caught everybody on that Tesla short yesterday.
I mean, unbelievable. So it's all crazy. Like the ones that I have, I put a condor on LMT yesterday, and this is exactly the kind of reaction that I was looking for. Like, how is this a laggard in this environment? So I don't get it. So LMT, I've got a nice little condor on. I think that's gonna work out well. I'm still long the Amazon. People are asking me about Costco. What are we supposed to do on Costco in front of earnings? I haven't seen anything more obvious in my entire fucking life. How do you manage it? Well, if you haven't rolled up and if you haven't seen that they've run it up almost perfectly into the number, prudence tells you if you need to roll it up and you need to take a few puts in front of the number and wait until the close to just grab a handful of them and wait it out and see what happens. Wouldn't surprise me at all if the earnings are good and it just continues to keep going higher. So that's what I kind of got going on this morning. But really, yesterday wore me out. It was just one of those days where it was like, all right, just keep stacking money to the long side. What are you going to say?
Yeah, absolutely here. Dips here will probably continue to get bought here, I would imagine. I wouldn't look for much much selling here.
The big names might reverse. You got to keep an eye on the big names. There might be some selling in some of those defensive mega cap names where people have been hiding out for a long time. Again, do they get crushed in a tape like this? I highly doubt it, but I wouldn't be shocked to see some selling in those names.
You're supposed to be writing in spots like that. When everything else is going nuts and whatever you're in isn't, you should consider rights.
Check out Amazon. It's just, I mean, Amazon is was kind of a laggard until obviously the close of day yesterday. You might get
can it trigger here? It's a great question, Lucci. Can it trigger here? It needs to. If it doesn't, then to Jay's point, some of that money could come out. This to me represents one of those targets. And Microsoft, same thing. Oxy. I mentioned it to Jay this morning. Warren Buffett was adding to his position in Oxy. Look at it this morning, giving everybody a nice big fat middle finger. So that's what I don't like about what he did is you're buying a stock in a downtrend. That's not my favorite thing to do. But that's why he's Warren Buffett.
I was just gonna say that's his reputation. Yeah.
Yep.
You got weak dollar trades, obviously, because the Fed, off the Fed's action, got a weaker dollar, which should possibly inflate commodity names, energy names, crude. What's interesting is Bitcoin really not getting hot here.
Yeah, Lucci, what do you make of that?
What about it?
Why is Bitcoin not on fire? Any particular reason?
It kind of already was.
I mean, it kind of already was, and this thing might play catch up fucking soon anyway. You might see this thing rip to 45,000 pretty soon anyway. You know.
Gold up nice. Gold had that little shakeout after that reversal, bouncing back.
Is that what the chop was? Because BTC halved? That's what you're telling me that sell was?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Maybe there's something above my pay grade going on. That's what I was asking. I have no idea.
I don't
even know
know.
what a fucking half is. What is it? It had a little kid or something? What's that mean? It had a little coin, gave birth to a little coin, Bitcoin?
What alternate universe did we just shift to? What happened?
We're talking Bitcoin. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Go mine some coins in your farm and keep it down, will you? go rake your Bitcoin farm. So we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Obviously, on a sentiment side of things, short-term sentiment's hot as a pistol, as you would expect. Positioning-wise, I just posted the hedge fund exposure up to date. So you can see that scramble as they're covering shorts. They are exactly flat right now, so they are not long in individual names. And they're short, they've been short, aggressively short, all the financials, cyclicals, all that stuff. So that's why you're seeing those things react the way they have of late. I'm sure retail's jumping in with 3 legs into this.
All right, we got about 30 seconds or so to open.
Yeah, SPY here pulling back here from the highs a little bit.
It's never going back down.
I mean, what it fucking feels like. Literally what it fucking feels like.
Microsoft red? I think Microsoft is red.
Yeah, it is.
Those
How about
names,
them?
you'll see that happening. But again, fucking don't short.
Oh, short.
Don't short. Keep an eye on CVX. If you see CVX over fucking 147, 146 and a half and holding, that's going to be could be very powerful.
Oh, shit. Rivian. I forgot about Rivian. And they bought some at the close. See, they shook me out.
Those rat bastards.
Those rat bastards. That's the
All
way
right,
it goes.
Let's let these things open up here.
Oh, come on. CVNA, day 2.
Currency profits are now contributing less to driving inflation.
ENP. So Sahil in the room is saying solar ripping. Just keep an eye on some gap fills. That ENPH, that's a nice move. But I still think it's a piece of shit. So be careful.
ENPH. Where's that thing at?
Yeah. It just filled a gap. I know. It's like this stuff is comical now. Google's struggling.
Apple. Check out Apple. Straight shot. Straight shot
Yeah,
up.
weird. Apple just acting completely different than the others.
Sahil, just manage your trades. If you're in it, nice work. Just manage the trade. Yeah, Apple. Wow. The fuck?
Yeah, Apple is. I mean, where's that Amazon? It's got to be over 150 here. You might have some time here. You might have some time here to buy this one, to go for this one on the Apple.
Qs are up.
I don't think we fucking slow down at all here.
Oh, Tesla's looking decent, top of the range.
Let me see if this money cleared here, and maybe I can shoot on some CVX here. Take a look at CVX. It's at 147, which is the number we were kind of looking for there, basically. Basically, this is just a laggard sort of trade here.
Intel's got an investor day today. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Jesus, Lucci, look at the Goldman.
Yeah, man, it was up 10 points yesterday. Where's it at? Another 6. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the fuck market is this, man?
I know, right? Fucking crackheads unite. Dude, check out Schwab. What the fuck?
Yeah, these banks are the most shorted group on the street.
I don't know what to say.
AI event today for Intel. Of course, Poco, right? You can't be left out of the mix, so get in there. SMH up again.
All I have to say is just whatever I'm doing, don't follow me, because yeah, whatever I'm doing.
Indeed, back to highs.
Yo soy Richie. Yeah, man, that EMPH is wild, dude. This is fucking wild, man.
Okay, some of the semis finally starting to show some signs of maybe we're taking a little bit of a breather. We'll see.
Fucking silvers here had a runner from 90 cents to 15 fucking dollars, man.
Ah, geez. Nice job. ARM is still freaking moving higher. Look at Qualcomm. What the fuck? Ugh. Jesus, look at the Boeing, Lucci. Just won't stop.
Where's that Shopify? Remember, Shopify now 77. This one could have a lot of follow through, because this one's pretty late to the party here, if you think about it.
Yikes. Wow.
This one has earnings. Earnings today.
They're just buying. It doesn't matter. They're just buying everything.
It doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Peconic in here talking about Adobe. They had earnings, right? That's a little bit of a miss there. Their earnings were positive, but it was priced to perfection. I don't mind the idea looking for bounce, but let them sell it off first before you just go running in there.
Microsoft and some of the fat man names are weaker.
Yeah.
Did you just say short, Chris? Just be quick about it. Quick about it and take that shit off, man.
Let them get
Bank of
super heavy.
America. Bank of America hit fucking 33 here, bro.
Look at IWM. It's all crap. But look left on IWM. If they don't
Yeah.
if they can't push it
Yeah.
higher here, watch out. Watch out.
Hey, look at this order. That probably replaces December Pulte Homes PHM.
Saying that the terrorist plot was foiled in Denmark, but it involved several suspects operating on behalf of Hamas, coming from the Israeli Prime Minister's office.
All right. Fade here on indexes.
It crossed. Yo, Avgo just crossed 1100.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Am I going to get paid? What's happening with the FGO? Oh shit! Let's see. Let's see where we're at.
Nice dump on SPY. I think you bid. I think you dip by this.
50 cents by six. I mean, I'm still green on it, but yesterday might have been the exit. I got $1.20 for half of them. But let's see. That's the beauty of a lotto when it's completely paid for and you don't care. It's like a circus. It's like a sideshow.
You got a little repeat activity, ARM.
Mm-hmm. That's been very popular.
What are they buying out the gate here? Open, Chewy, UPST, 48s? Jesus. CCLs? Nah.
Who's the NVIDIA looking?
Bank of America.
NVIDIA. Come on. Trading view. Nothing happening. Fucking CVNA. Look at this piece of shit go. I got shaken out of a handful of these things and I feel like an idiot. Tesla has shaken everybody like just ridiculous. Right back to the top of its range currently. Can it break out? I mean, it caught everybody looking at it yesterday like, oh, we're breaking down, and they hammered everybody. And today they're like right back to the top of the range, and they're looking to hammer everybody again.
Mm-hmm.
Holding on to relatively strong gains once again, up more than 2.5%. Second straight day in the wake of the Fed, seeing notable outperformance in the small cap Russell 2000 by the regional banks in a big way. KRE up almost 5% coming off of early session highs. The U.S. 10-year yield at 3.96% is down about 6 basis points, but up the lows of the pre-market. The 2-year 4.37, consolidating that gigantic move seen in the wake of the Federal Reserve yesterday.
They're rolling.
Gold futures at 2,061, up $64.
Wow, gold up. Nice move in gold today.
WTI crude holding on to gains of about 3.5% or $2.40 at 71.90.
I mean, Baba would be the last name here.
Who's
Yeah.
talking about Baba? What?
Chris here. Chris.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought you quit Baba. Make up your mind. You quit that thing 10 times now.
yeah, look, man.
Fucking
At some
stop.
point, you've been trading it enough, so he's got to go for it.
Ugh.
Let the man.
Just don't complain about it when you lose money again.
Yeah, look, I am looking at the chart. You don't buy stocks in a fucking downtrend.
But no, forget about that. He was the one complaining about it literally all afternoon the other day. He was the one.
That's what we do. Look at me when I was short, man. Let's not judge here, guys. This game is fucking brutal. It is what it is. If you spend time on something,
SLG. Oh, this is
Gonna judge
you got some
communist
more
appreciation.
flow coming into that SLG. Oh, it could roll though. Big gap up there, up 10% today again. Damn.
SPY. The SPY looks fine. This Bank of America is now up 1.5 here. That's fucking disgusting. Goldman's up another 13.
Amazon is weak.
Yo, Raj, pull up this Goldman, bro.
Weak. Yeah, the banks are flying. How's the Schwab? Good Lord. Russell up 3%. It's all
think is saying, Lucci, we need a moment of silence for all the 2023 shorts. You know what? We'll do that. We'll do that before we close out and move to the steam room. What we're gonna do is bow our heads and hold a moment of silence for 5
They're
seconds.
even buying that piece of shit Morgan Stanley.
We'll do it for 5-10 seconds here. That AMD here, 140 and change here. Where's that NVIDIA?
It's not moving.
Yeah,
That's
not
interesting.
moving, huh? Yeah, some of the fat man
Mag
names are-
7. Mag 7 not doing a ton.
Guess I'm buying Xerox XRX.
Hey, what's interesting is short-term scalp. I don't have anything going. Long-term positions are absolutely rocking. Where is LMT? Lockheed is down.
Silver SLV June 30s. Seeing a little action. Goldman. These are weeklies. I mean, the financials, well, and the small caps caught all the action off the Fed yesterday. Truist, another financial name they've been buying, TFC.
Silvers, I thought you were talking about shorting RH.
See? Okay, SPY at highs here. I think we go to 474. In reality, I don't even think we fucking pull back here at all.
Just buy 482s and shut it all down for the day.
I really don't think we pull back at all here. And I mean, if you look at these banks and you look at this rotation here, this we're fucking going higher here. Check out the CVX 147. I still like it. XOM here is starting to move. I like the 101 sell on this one. Luciano was talking about Tan is up. Is that Ricky Tan? Ricky Tan? Ricky Tan and the Triads.
Speaking of tan, SD. Oh no, is that SDGR? I think that's solar. Oh no, it's not. It's not. Oh, no. That's a steel man. I think. Oh no, SEDG. That's the one. Yeah, SEDG. That's solar. Catching some action.
Aquaman's got an interesting little play going here. He's got just posted that McDonald's puts are working, China slowing, as Starbucks CEO reported, and Chipotle puts working. That's
No, Chipotle puts are working.
very
Yo.
ballsy play.
Shout out Aquaman, bro.
Right?
Shout out my man Aqua.
Yeah, and Russell, NVIDIA does not. You're right. It does not look good. There are other places to go.
Yeah, there's
to
other.
make some
I
money
mean,
right now.
it's banks, guys. Goldman Sachs is up 14 points in 2 days. That's 28 fucking points on Goldman Sachs.
Gold.
All right, on Goldman Slizzies.
Slizzies. Mm.
SMCI, a little buying there for next week.
What?
It looks like.
Let's see. And that's been a laggard. 310s. Oh, interesting.
Jared Rogers here bought the Jan 360s on Goldman when it was trading at 340. I mean, that's great, man. That's great. Are you? I'm assuming you're in profit. Let's take a look at the Roku here. Roku was trading it back to 107. Roku. A lot of people got short there too, I would imagine.
Jay, can you post active lines for SMCI, please?
Yeah.
CI
Thank
is having
you.
a nice day here. Pinterest is here 37. Let's take a look at Snapchat. Snapchat 1680 here. That thing's still on a tear. John Smith, no man, I'm waiting for money to come
Yeah,
in.
that
man.
out, Joe.
Thank you, Jay.
No
I'm
problem.
waiting on money to come in, my friend. So I'm just here watching in complete disbelief. In reality, it's probably good the money didn't come in because you guys know what I would have done. Shit. You guys know exactly what I would have done.
Crackhead gonna buy some crack.
You got some Oxy chasers here into the strength off the Buffett news.
Mr. Buffett.
AR, that's a Nat Gas name. Apple Robert, seeing some buying.
But CVX still can't break out of that area here. GS, I don't fucking believe this thing. 15 fucking points, man.
And you got some repeat buying at TTD.
Yeah.
After looking like the weakest sector, banks.
I don't know if they roll those up in TTD.
That's a gap fill on TTD. That's the move I was looking for, and I was early, and I didn't get it, and now they got it.
Yeah, both of them, that and Team, they look identical, sitting at the right, same exact spots.
Look at these C calls here. That thing's got to be on the Momo scanner here on the city.
They've been bombing C. Forget it now. You know how 2 weeks straight they've been bombing C. Not to mention, remember the action into the correction? We saw the December Jan buying back in October.
Yep.
We were like, why are they buying this piece of shit into the lows?
I remember. Nice, interesting sell here on the indexes.
Peconic, talking about Vive. Check it out, Peconic. You're right to the 50-day moving average. So if you're in it, nice work, but manage your trade in this area. You got a gap to fill, but don't assume it's going to happen. Geez, they're adding to the CVNA here.
They're adding and rolling to all the stuff they've been buying of recent. This Redfin, RDFN repeat activity. Mostly once the opening bell excitement calms down, what things look like. But right now, it's same exact flow we've been seeing. Same names, same spots.
Your Avgo hit fucking 1110.
What? Let's see.
Some rolling up in ARC for the week. And even this ARC has seen a good amount of buying last couple of days. Figs, that's a financial.
Some Tesla. Look at that. Tesla bears. Actually is not a bad spot to look for a fade on Tesla.
But they buy the 100 put. Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
You buy the fucking $100 put. Apple here ripped a point from the low right there. Be careful, guys. If you guys go short, just be careful.
Figs is nurses close. Well, if they're buying squeeze names for nurses close, unbelievable, right?
Figs is nurse. Oh, what's this? It's not Fortress anymore. Oh, they got taken out. Now that I'm thinking about it, Fortress. Nurses close. Wow. I thought it was Fortress, the investment, whatever the fuck it is. Nurses close? What the flying fuck is this?
Hey, SK, if you're in the ENPH, this has been quite the move. So just make sure you're managing your trade. Don't look to enter here.
Very interesting. Figs. Yeah, the numbers are for the birds.
Silver's posting that people will be going crazy buying 0 DTE puts right now. Come 2:30, they're going to squeeze this. So the trade of the day will be buying 0 DTE calls for days highs. I don't necessarily.
We got that Simon Property Group, some repeat buying, SPG.
I would like a little pull, though, to do it. I don't think that that's a horrible idea. So the SPY gapped, right? And what would be, I think, what would be a nice setup, Silvers, is if they filled that gap back down to, let's say, 470, 75-ish area, and then just crushed everybody who's late to the party. That's a scenario. The other scenario that, like what Lucci's talking about, is that doesn't happen and they just continue to push this thing higher, because sometimes the momentum just can't be squashed.
Yeah, look at Goldman Sachs.
Right. Yeah, I get it. Everybody in the room talking about wanting to fade stuff. That's a natural reaction. I'm totally on board with that. I think it could be very difficult to do.
Tesla hit 247 here. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. If it can break out, maybe that gets a squeeze because it's been such a laggard. Somebody calling out Netflix. Well, I was shouting out Netflix and Nvidia this morning. Netflix had a dip.
Some repeat buying GM again, General Motors.
Aquaman is finding shorts in restaurant names. Now he's keying in on Domino's. That's Domino's is a tough one because the liquidity is horrible.
They've been awarded a patent for methods of treating glioblastoma.
Hey, SK, I'm not kidding. Call your broker. And tell them you want those lines.
Some repeat sweeper buying in the NYCB, New York Community Bank. Yeah, it looks like that could roll too.
How are the regionals? Remind me what the ticker is for the regionals, Jay.
The regionals
KRE.
KRE, the levered one is DPST that the room has been playing.
Wow.
I mean, this KRE is wild, bro.
Wow.
Wild. GS is now up 18 points. I would like to just throw it out there.
Inventory data,
You know.
minus 1%.
Oh,
Wow.
so this Tesla from the bottom end of its channel to the top end of its
30
channel
to the top
in
end.
2 days.
Yep.
It hit.
Incredible.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is a spot where, like yesterday, people were looking for it saying it can break down here. Absolutely. And right here, it can break out here to the upside. Absolutely. But all it's done is go from one end of the channel to the other. So you should have your radar up.
41 on the AMD. Wow.
W toll sweepers finally getting paid there in the Wayfair.
Minus 0.1% as it said.
RKT, another name they've been coming after, the mortgage name. Robert Kevin Tom. Looks like some rolling there, actually.
Nice sell there on the Fang names here. It's good, it's decent sell there on the Fang names here. Check that CVX. Yeah, FANG names here are the ones that money's coming out of. But again, don't short the lows. um, Goldman, I'd like to mention, is now up 17 points. Jesus Christ is all I'll say there. Um, might have a situation where indexes come in here a little bit. Somehow I doubt it.
Jesus, Jonathan's posted in the room. McElliott and others have said Russell and IWM is the play. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, not he's been saying, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's where you see the last of the crazy money go, right?
Yeah, it's just these because of rate hikes and what the Fed's been doing, these things have been out of favor for a year and a half. So now, if the Fed is leaning towards cutting rates, right, that you got to unwind that trade. The financials are the most shorted sector. We were just looking at those charts. Remember, late last week,
Yeah.
the financials are the most shorted on the board. Not even close. And
Well,
ironically, at the start of 2023, the semis were the most shorted sector on the board at the start of 2023.
Yeah,
They're the hottest group. Okay. Now you got obviously tech, which is significantly crowded, the mega caps in particular, and the financials are the most shorted sector on the board going into 2024.
Wow.
So the Fed just lit this all on fire. You understand? You had the gasoline all over, poured all over, and the Fed just lit it on fire here.
That Eli Lilly dumped out 15 points there. Interesting. The Visa and the MasterCard, they couldn't hold it. So you kind of have opposing forces here.
Squeezometer 70. That's not too surprising. So what McElliott has been looking for, he's looking for more of this basically into year end. Then he thinks as the economy starts to slow January through the month of January, if that happens, you'll see them rotate back into the Magnificent Seven. And you'll see the Magnificent Seven rally with VIX up, spot up type trade. And that leads to disaster.
The end is
February,
near.
March. But that's you're talking about mid to end of first quarter next year.
Okay. So just keep writing against your Amazon.
Yeah, again, I think we're going to see more of that rotation back and forth, right? We saw it recently. You got the Magnificent Seven look like you had 2 down days in a row, look like they were going to roll over, and then they rotate back into them, right? Then everybody likes NVIDIA again, thinks it's going to run 200 points. They rotate back into the banks aggressively. I think you see more of that. I could be wrong, or we just go parabolic, melt up, and then the blow up is coming a lot earlier than February, March. I'll tell you that much. This market continues on this pace another week, you got disaster written all over it.
Well,
check out the CVX and the oil names here. Those are the ones that are now starting to break out as the market moves lower. So you're seeing money come out of certain things and money going in elsewhere. I mean, remember, SPY is still up fucking 20 handles.
Yeah. It's going to be tough to handicap the index with this going on. Heat map's got some red on it, primarily those mega caps. Problem here we have is literally every single thing we were looking at has just erupted now. You know what I mean? Even the laggards like the Carvanas, the UPSTs, you know? The laggards of the laggards even erupted here. The banks, the regionals.
Look at how poorly Lockheed is performing.
Lockheed, so those expensive stocks, is that the whole group? Have you looked, or is it, let me see, Raytheon? You know what it's got to be, Ron Churro? They're not coughing up the cash anymore for Ukraine and all this shit. It's got to be that. The military industrial complex.
The complex. Don't worry, DARPA's not going out of business.
No. They can start a new war. We'll probably bomb Iran or some shit, right? We'll get it somehow. Joby, that's flying taxis, my friend. That's when you know things are bullish. When you're buying flying taxis.
The Jetsons are coming.
I mean, literally, this flying taxi thing, Luch, is going to take off. You think this is a real thing going on here? Do you know anything about it?
No, absolutely, that's going to take off. The VTI stuff. I mean, it's being worked on aggressively, man.
Yeah,
very aggressive.
I saw a Bloomberg thing on it. Ridiculous, crazy, huh? We're literally in the Jetsons. Look at the put the call, by the way. We were talking about the put the call. Didn't get that, that washout completely. There you have it today. Here. There's that. Oh, I went to go post that chart.
Kelman wrote that's a Kathy name, Jay.
Oh yeah, that's right, Kelman. I forgot about that. That's a Kathy name too. Well played, Sil. Look at Sil trying to be clever over here.
Mm-hmm. Let me pull up this.
Be clever, right?
Let me pull up this Gex tool here, see what's going on.
Some Tesla has a headline. I'm too long to read. I'll post it.
Christian is talking about platinum ripping. Christian, what was that platinum name that?
By the way, flying taxis, you got April 10s and 11 calls in that Joby. Seeing a little action. These home builders are straight up insanity. You have Lenore reporting at the bell today. Even the ETF, which is basically gone parabolic, that doesn't even do it justice to some of these names. You gotta see these names. I can't believe what I'm looking at. These are home builders, my friends.
I'm looking at this Apple here, this Apple chart. This shit does not want to sell like any of the other ones do. If you look at the AMD, it doesn't want to sell here either. I think it's Amazon here. I think you look for dip buys here. I don't think we slow this down at all here.
Yeah, dip buys. I mean, I feel better dip buying than chasing a lot of this shit. Look at this Lenore, right? We saw a $4 million sweep. Where was that? I thought that guy was nuts chasing. At 130, the stock is 151 right now. Oh, MTH2, I know that name. That's more of an underbelly home builder, right? Meritage or something like that? Yeah, Meritage. Wow. Insane, man. Insane. They had that one pullback. And they never looked back. So you got some of the opening bell excitement has simmered down per usual, a little after 10. But that's good. You want that now because things are getting a little too hectic out here.
Crispy.
Yeah. Yeah, you get some fades, you get some sells, and then you see if action picks up in certain spots you like off a dip.
Boeing recalling all employees back in the office at the end of the holiday season. Sounds like silent firing will start, just not to scare the market. Rod, that's a good point. So it's like you call them all back. Most people aren't going to show up. It's your excuse right there. Now you already have the excuse, so you don't have to go through that long drawn out fucking HR bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If I was about to fire a bunch of people, that's the way. I mean, I shouldn't say that's the way I would do it. The way I would do it was just go in there.
He walked that back right quick.
like Ari Gold with the paintball gun and be like, get the fuck out of my office.
You're a manufacturer of a product. You need people physically there to survive. So, yeah.
All right. Check out the Apple guys, almost at highs. Same thing that we were talking about. And the Amazon dip buy.
AMD too. Caught a sweep here at highs in March.
You know, I don't think you let go.
Didn't Citibank, was it Citibank offering? They were telling people here, take a voluntary severance, and if you don't, we're gonna bend you over and force you out.
Yeah, somebody. When was that? Yesterday, day before, we were talking about that.
Better to take the money now while it's being offered, as opposed to not getting it and being shown your cardboard box to collect your things.
All right. John Smith has asked me what's see anything with potential, bro. Like I said, the long CVX and the long XOM. There's go the long oil. Dip by some of these names here. We ain't going fucking down.
You got Intel, some more action. Intel's got Investor Day, AI Day today for Intel. There's been a lot of action now.
Wow, look at this Intel.
Sheesh.
No, we're gonna get a app though. 1120.
I think Apple goes to $200. I think you see that real soon.
Yeah, Apple's been really strong compared to some of the others too. I don't know the fuck Apple.
If you're in the Tesla and you're looking for it for breakout, this is kind of your spot. But if you've been in it since the beginning of the day, you should consider rolling to a more lotto strike because they can really mess with you in this area.
Lucci, stop that. Is that you?
Stop what?
NVIDIA puts?
No, it's not me, bro.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, that ain't me. That ain't me. There might be Chris over here, but yeah, I don't know if he got $500,000. I don't know if he got $500,000 to throw at it.
You got some buying in Whirlpool, WHR. Jan 130s in Whirlpool.
Get Bitcoin here, small pullback on the Bitcoin. Tesla 248. Oh man.
Well, this is a good spot for it to trigger. If it doesn't, watch out.
Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. These Whirlpool numbers are insane. What? That was a big quarter Whirlpool. Why did the stock get killed on it? Something happened there. JP Morgan raises price target Whirlpool to 120 from 100, maintains neutral. Carvana, those are deep in the money.
Sorry.
Good morning, you gorgeous.
Sorry. That fucking Bad Bunny song. Fucking tired of that shit.
Bad Bunny.
And it's every article recently too about Elon Musk is that he's crazy and blah blah blah, all this kind of stuff. That also added to some of the weakness. And
Yeah,
boom.
the media, they hate him.
All right, you got some selling here on SPY. If you guys short, just keep it tight.
You got some buying in ALGN. What do they do? Teeth, right? The is that it?
Align.
ALGN?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice program sell down. That gets you to your pre-market consolidation area. They're also selling a bit of BTC here. 472 SPY here.
On the Gex tools, were we at and are we at call walls?
SPX on SPX, no. I'm not sure about the Qs.
Reload this thing.
Roblox. There was a little action there yesterday as well. Here you got Jan 47 and a halves, RBLX.
ES is waiting there. Where's the Tesla?
Some December volume there too, Roblox.
Tesla call walls at 250. NVIDIA has already hit the put floor, the put wall at 480.
Lucci on the DL buying some more NVIDIA puts. They could be pair trading a lot of this shit. We saw it the other way. Why not see it this way? All right, that would make sense if you're bearish. A little repeat activity in that Texas Instruments. We saw a sweep. When was that? Last week, I think. Here you got April 180, smaller TXN.
That Avgo, decent drop from the highs there. That was actually the most decent short
Nice
I've
fade.
seen on that thing happen.
Nice fade.
I still think we go fucking higher. I also kind of want to dip by SPY, but I'm not going to do it.
Some rolling in that Workday. Nobody talks about that Workday. That's been a hot stock too. That's kind of the a notch under the mega caps. They've been red hot. NOW Workday.
It doesn't have it doesn't have a lot of liquidity, and it's one of those ones that you have to buy and hold. It's a tough trade. It's a good hold.
Those are a notch under the active mega caps. NOW I love long term. I should have bought that thing long term, and the other account I never did. I like that CEO. What's his name? McDermott, whatever the hell is the guy with the sunglasses from SAP. He came from.
report that the Finnish government planning closures on the Russian border again, according to the interior minister. Finland to hold a press conference on this issue at 6:15 local time. It's coming up in about an hour for that press conference out of Finland.
Roblox, a little more adding there. December 29th, 50s, RBLX. KRE, a little protection. Looks like it rolls out too. The VIX is flat. That's why I haven't posted the anti-VIX. Anti-VIX not doing anything. Neutral. Squeezometer we already looked at.
All right, guys. We got about 7 minutes left here before we move to the steam room. Again, today's going to be another rotation. I mean, shit. We've already seen a good amount of it. And by the way, it's only been an hour. It's only been an hour, and Goldman Sachs found a way to be up 18 points. You know what I'm saying? So you'll continue to see selling in certain names and then buying up other names. Case in point, some of the oil names, which we were talking about earlier. I still think the market is a dip buy. If you take a look at this Apple, it's fucking going nowhere, man. AMD is going nowhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? So some of the really big names, nobody is selling here. And if you're only going to get quick spurts of selling, it gets bought back really quickly because there's enough breath out here. There's enough buyers out here to pick everything right back up. So
$5 to whoever could guess the hottest sector for the past week, month, today, week, month, and yeah, hot group.
It's got to be REITs, right?
Yeah, real estate. Still.
Checking in on the Momo scanner here on the radar. Here we got Caesar puts, Cisco, and NVIDIA here, and those are all popping up on the Momo scanner. But remember, they're on the radar. They haven't issued as actual alerts, but it's something definitely interesting to watch about. I mean, NVIDIA has been relatively, they haven't really picked it up as much as everything else. But again, this thing has its reasons. It has its reasons. Listen, before I go, I got to go take a phone call here. I would like everybody to join me in a prayer for all our short brothers that have lost their ass. I am, of course, one of them. I would like you all to bow your head at your desk, close your eyes.
This is not a sign of a top right here. I don't know what it is, but go ahead, finish.
And breathe 5 seconds deeply for all our short brothers and sisters. Not physically short, but short as in...
Not pecker short, but short.
All right.
Bye-bye, shorts.
Good night, shorts. They'll be back next dip.
All right, guys. I got to take a phone call, and I will be back. But I'll see you guys in the steam room.
Poor Bears. The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
I'm messing around with a little SMCI now that it's done its
Yeah,
little
you got a
pullback.
little activity there this morning.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for it to do a little pullback, which it did. And then I was waiting for it to get back over VWAP, which it did. So I grabbed a little 290 call position, and we'll see if it works. It potentially could just chop around and not work.
It's going to have a big day, you would think. I mean, how freaking market has been moving like this?
No such thing.
Maybe he needs a down day in the market for this thing to rip like 100, knowing that stock. MDB, some rolling there. What's that been up to? MDB. Yeah, it really hasn't gone nuts. Snow's been creeping. Roku, little protection in Roku. Intel, some more call flow there. I posted a little preview a couple minutes ago on that Intel in the room. If you scroll up, if you missed it, on the Investor Day.
Hard to buy any of this stuff at the highs if you can.
Yeah, it's
be patient.
Even for intraday stuff, I suck at it anyway, but I just can't. It's tough.
Yeah,
Squeezometer 70 square me in the face.
Yeah.
Yesterday you had that capitulation, buying into the close, buy capitulation. You know, we look on the tick upper right corner of my screen, you can see that yellow. Usually marks a high, but that's before the Fed got their hands on shit. Temporary. I'm not talking about the. But the actions and names anyway. If we get a dip, then we can entertain the indexes, I'm sure.
I mean, the indexes have worked, but it certainly has not been as enjoyable from a profit standpoint as catching a couple of good.
Yeah, because usually you're catching them off little dips or consolidation, and then you catch, the meat of the rip. This is like chase and move. IWM, even yesterday, TNA was nice. We have unch days and up. Yeah. What's a down day?
Yeah, I mean, so Smitty, to your point, if this fucking guy, if you're in long term, you just let that work. In short term, to your point, you just wait for some spots and see if you can get some scrapes, and that's really all you need to do, I think.
And longer term, Ron Joe hit the nail on the head. There are things you can do if you feel you're too heavy long to protect your ass here. Yep. It's not outrageous, What button did I just hit?
Okay, guys, so we are going to wrap it up in the public domain. We are always posting in the room the link for the $7.99 trial for the Steamroom for 2 weeks. Come join us, and that's all I got for you guys today. So
have a good day. Webinar today after the close. If you guys are around, we'll talk some shop. Have a good day, everybody.